Good Saturday evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and welcome for the last final race here in European Racing Organization's F2 division. You might be very confused at the moment at why season is still ongoing on the F2 division in Russia. Well, the main reason is that a couple of weeks ago, like about 4 weeks ago, F2 division got some server errors lots of time, especially on this track, and the race had to be postponed for the last race today in December. So today for the last race in the host commentator role is Prime Vilzu. Mine season in F1 division finally is over on the F1 division. The last race was on last week. Same happened with the F3 division. But therefore, in F2 division, champion is settled. It's Tobias from Austria. Today, the champion of F2 is in the racing because of the personal reasons. Same maybe with the Timats, the Mercedes driver. He's at the moment getting delayed for the Grand Prix, but he is going to join, and plus this is Timats' last ever race for now in European Racing Organization. So hopefully his race will be remembered at the moment. So this race will be just like chilling one, because there's a little championship fight going on the midfield. That of course champion of the F2 has been settled like weeks ago. So now it's this is like a special one. And Maxro is asking chat, what is this race? This is the postponed race for F2, when they supposed to race 4 weeks ago in Russia, but the game had a lot of server errors at that moment. So yeah, so that's why they are racing now the last race, one last spin. And I got the notification that the video's name got uploaded. I'm still waiting Otapa's stream as well. So let's see how it goes. So I'm gonna check it out for sure, that how is the point situation in the midfield and that. Also, this might be my last commentary race, just because these busy times in Saturdays had taken all the chances to commentate. Like, even though I have a free Saturday, but still it's sometimes very difficult to even get the time to prepare for the stream and commentary. So thanks for and big shout out for the low-key Jips and Jump and Mikulitsi to help this very long and very difficult season. In a personal opinion, this has been very difficult autumn for me, but I'm not going to open my mind about that. But anyway, I'm opening the link for the F2 division standings, and I'm checking it how it's going on there. At the moment there's 14 drivers, but Otapa is still missing, I guess. So okay, I got the window for the standings popped up. I'm waiting the moment. Something about the circuit. Something about the circuit in general. Russia is very flat circuit. It's a street circuit, lots of corners. It's the most famous from the sector, from the third corner, the long U-turn where famously Daniil Kvyat took out Sebastian Vettel in 2016, and also after the U-turn on the right-hander there happened a crash between two Finnish drivers, Kimi Räikkönen and Valtteri Bottas, which caused the retirement for the Bottas, and Räikkönen got the time penalty for it. Also, the sector one has lots of difficult 90-degree corners. This track is also known for the time penalties, and sometimes the game decides to give you time penalty for no reason in here. It's very annoying, and also this track is, in my opinion, needs a big buff in Codemaster servers. So yeah, Sector 3 also is very short, and it's also very difficult to handle with the low gears. And the last turns are also very difficult if you try to maintain your hot lap. So those are the things about the circuit. Let's hope for very disastrous weather for today, for the last race, hopefully. Brett Gulger, Kian Hodgson is saying best driver won here in Aero F1, also known for the best driver's first Aero win. Max Verstappen first F2 since we had glitch for it. Oh yeah, Brett won here his first Aero race. I don't remember if he won in F2 last season, but yeah. Shout out for Brett though. Think I should get a signal, not gonna lie. No, you're not gonna get it. And Otapa just appeared online. Just in time. 2 minutes waiting for shovel. So yeah, in my personal opinions, in F1 2016, I didn't like Russia. 17 same. 2018 and 19 was also the same that I didn't like. But in this game and last last league races where I have raced here, I have started to like Russia. It's very fun when you are like cozy, and only if you are like lazy and just want to chill out and race here like for chilling, this is the perfect track for it. This is not good a track for sweating, no tryharding. So especially if you're feeling you need vibing, you need chilling, just race here. This is my only recommendation. I can talk. I'm stuttering here. Recommendation, I think. Yeah, Otapa now appeared online, so I'm doing one little simple trick, and then we are ready to go. We have 12 drivers, I guess, today. But I guess we are getting more. So yeah, let's see. 13 drivers, I guess we have now. And here we are in Sochi Autodrome, in the heart of the Black Sea. Heart of Black Sea on Russia. It's starting to get on the qualifying 14 drivers at the moment, but Timats might get in good time, and then we have 15 drivers, so 75% of the grid. Oh, there's a little jump. Much in the middle of a race. Okay, copy. Marcelo, I see you have Russell Westbrook profile picture on. I like it. Okay, then let's go with the fastest lap, and there we go. Caddy Racer will be able to make it. How much damage in that race? Caddy Racer joined as a first driver to the circuit, and the weather looks clear all the way end. Let's see how it is on the race. Just behind. He's at the moment. Just behind him is Lupus. I mean, no, not Lupus. Sniper Arctic, who raced 3 races in F1 division at the middle of the season, and then he rejoined to the F2 cause of the racing time isn't the perfect in F1. Approximately almost every driver is on the grid except Edzax, Otsapa, Farshat Ryan, Wojtinho and Paul Jones. Caddy number 2 for AlphaTauri starting his lap and going to the track information. This is very long back straight and also risky for the hard incidents after this first corner. Second corner is also very difficult to maintain if you don't want to get a penalty or even a warning for it. Then to the famous U corner. You can easily oversteer here if you hit too much to the curb. Now the sector 1-0, there's almost a hit to the wall. 33.0 for Caddy. And now going to the sector 2, which is the strictest and hardest zones on the track. Just because of the warnings and time penalties you will easily get here. Caddy coming to the second sector, 1049. Let's jump on the onboard camera like we are going to see that how is his gear management here. Some drivers are easily going with the 6th gear, dropping to the 3rd. They don't want to oversteer here for sure. Slowly exiting from it. Mark Kelly, hello man. Now last 2 corners, nice and easily exit. 131.7. Just behind him is Sniper Arctic. Let's check it out. His time 130.9 is easily the fastest time at the moment. JJ Jock decided to give up because he had the invalidated time lap. Lupus just behind me is Pricky. Pricky got invalidated, but Lupus is finishing his time lap. It's not definitely going to be even second fastest, 131.9. Leise, next one, 130.49. Paul Jones starting his time lap. And Flo gets the provisional pole position, 130.4, and that's that for all the drivers who have now completed the hot lap. Flo at the moment is leading the top stands. Edzax now as the next driver starting the hot lap for Red Bull. The driver who, in my opinion, deserves most improved driver of the year. award just because he has raced here since season 1. He started the career from Sauber. Then in F1 2019 he stayed in Alfa Romeo, same as Sauber, and now he has been racing two seasons now in a row for Red Bull. Edzak's purple time on the Sector 1, this looks very promising from him. Otapa is at the moment on the hot lap 1:04.4 for Slovakian. His teammate Timac is in 50-50 moment at the moment to get even on the race, but it can be possible. Otapa picked the 5th gear exiting from that hard corner, and now last 2 corners, and Otapa is fighting for the top position, but it's not enough. 131.1. Now Edzak's a little oversteer there, not managed to control it that way easily. But this is going to be pole position. 132.1, and I think there got to be somewhere very possible loss of time for him. Voitino got invalidated. As well. Paul Jones still on the track, 1 lap old softs, trying to go for the another run. JJ Dog meanwhile got 135.0, and he's now 3rd fastest. Williams driver 1:04.7 in the 2nd sector, driving with a very nice race number. I don't even need to say because it's nice. Faisat Ryan hasn't set a time lap yet. Same with Bricky and Westerhuy. Bricky though got invalidated. Paul Jones crossing the line, 5th fastest, 1:31.6. Edzak is improving 3/10, so there's a good improvement coming from the Latvian driver. So also after the last corner, let's check it out. Edzak's improvement, it's much better, 5th faster, 1:31.1. Almost the same time with Otapa, so there was a good improvement from him. So note to mention the All-Stars from F2 division who are racing in tomorrow's All-Star race season 4 are... Oh! Who is that? Alfa Romeo. He was Bricky. That was very dangerous. Almost took Edzak out. In my opinion, there must be consequences if Edzak is reported, but we know Edzak is known for the guy who hates POVs a lot. He doesn't respect reports at all. So yeah, All-Stars for the race for tomorrow are Edzak and Voitino at the moment. Alex isn't racing today. Same with Timac. Maybe he is. So that's all the drivers for now who are racing tomorrow. Paul Jones is entering to the pits. Wonder he got over 5 laps of fuel. That will be awesome. Westerhuy now crossing the line and fighting for the pole position. It's not enough. 1:30.6, 2/10 behind. Flo, Renault driver just behind him is Laser. He started his hot lap with the fresh softs. If you can't restart the lobby after quali, Mats is going to join straight after the race. It's 9 laps to go for him. He might make it. He can easily make it. Just because the Sandwoods is very short track, you can easily do 1:10 under. Sniper Arctic improved his lap 130.5. Still not good enough fighting against the flow, but very strong lap for him. JJ Dog starting very soon. He started his lap now. Cuddy Racer enter into the pits with fresh softs, so it decided to go to the last run when there is 7.5 minutes to go of the race. Meanwhile, Otapa warming his tires to the second run. He can easily improve his time and cross the 130.0. 131.0, I mean, sorry. Otapa nice and smoothly touching the curb. Let's see, is this... Yeah, it's purple sector 132.9. So there's easily improvement incoming from the young Slovakian driver from Prešov. So fingers crossed for the Mercedes driver, who is still fighting for the top positions against his teammate in F2 division. And at the moment, now I check it out, the standings. 104.1, 3/10 improvement is coming, and he is doing very nice job. So now crossing the line. Little lock up there. Third fastest 130.6, and that's a great lap. 5/10 improvement for him. It's amazing lap, and he should cool off now. Leise is entering to the pits, also with Lupus. How about Fireshot Ryan? He's going for the new hot lap with the first compounds of softs. At the moment, still Otapa has chances to even fight for the third position in the Drivers' Championship. He has 123 points against Timmats, who has 144. Hello, Gio Urt. Welcome to the stream. Edzax is at the moment with the fresh compounds of softs on his third hot lap, and he's going to get a little busy if he wants to go to the last run, but I guess this is his last. Improvement only 900 of a second, 104.2. We know Edzax uses automatic gearbox. I guess he's using wheel, but we can see it from here. Is the corner exit, how he handles it. As you can see, it's very difficult to exit on the corner. Oh, he crossed the chicane a little bit, and he enters to the pits. But just because he wants to go to the last run. Okay, that was a smart move, but it was a late decision. Late decision indeed. How about Wojcino? Now is at the moment on his lap. And this is great lap actually. It's going to be a good one. Fifth fastest 130.8. And he can be very proud of it for now. Paul Jones on the hot lap. He has started early for the last hot laps as a first driver, so let's focus on Paul Jones. Meanwhile, I'm gonna get a new pie of pizza. So. Okay. So now the time limit is so low that the drivers must complete the one last hot lap if they want. Bricky is now the first driver who is starting the hot lap. He hasn't set any hot lap yet for this Grand Prix, so we focus first on the Bricky, how he's managing to do that. Meanwhile, JG, Paul Jones, Eero Voitinho, they are in pits and they don't manage to get a new time to the timetable. JG has a qualifying ban for the last race, so he's sitting ducks. Meanwhile, Fireshot Ryan is also fading for the moment, but I think that then there's a big oversteer from the Dutch guy, and his qualifying is over, starting from the 12th place or 14th place. So let's focus on the another guy. It's Laser 24, so Bricky left good amount of space for him. That was a very unlucky situation for him. That's a very easy corner to oversteer and lose your car. Paul Jones, JG and Voitinho, like I mentioned, are done for the qualifying. Lazy's improving 1/10. It's not good enough for the pole, and at the moment it's not good enough for the 9th place against Paul Jones. But I guess there's going to be good improvement in the third sector. Those were nice exits for the Renault driver. Last right-hander, nice and smooth. There he comes, and he gets P9, like I mentioned, faster than Paul Jones. Last driver, Sniper Arctic, is pitting. Same with Bricky. Lupus now, meanwhile, 800ths of a second improvement, and he improves the fastest, 131.3. Fireshot Ryan is on his first and last lap, and he does a nice lap, 130.5. And JJ Dog said psych and takes his second place. Meanwhile, Westerhuid takes a pole position for Racing Point, 130.3. So Flo has to do something if he wants to take the pole position back, but there's no improvement from him incoming anymore. So that was a wrap for the qualifying. There's no improvements anymore coming from other drivers. Congratulations for the Westerhuid. He has done an amazing job on the last Grand Prix in F2 division, and we have seen it. Wait. Where did Otapa manage to do pole position? That's unbelievable. Well, congratulations for Otapa. He highly deserves this in a long time. Big pog jump. So I'm checking the Twitch and also updating that Otapa started the stream, and let's see how his reaction is after the goalie. At the moment the weather looks very dry and clear. Clouds here and there, but let's hope there's changeable conditions even at some point. Seems like Timats can't make it for the last race because formation lap is starting in 13 seconds, so his last race it will be tomorrow in Aero All-Star race, so he can enjoy it as long as he could. The formation lap starts, and Otapa starts from the pole. And let's check it out, the tire, the gap with the interval and the position change. And also in the chat, if you want to check tires and everything, just let me know. Timas has joined, but is it just enough? I guess it is, because JG at the moment is on the track in the last place, so I guess this isn't enough. So for now, for the 5 laps, I'm going to keep the position change. Then after the 5 laps, I'm changing to the tires, and then on the last, I'm checking how the pit stops are going. But I keep it on the position change, and I check it out how it's going. At the moment, it's me creating host, and Voitinho has left the session, but I'm going to invite him back. Also, Mesterhuja has left. What is this? Otapa as well. So, is this lobby restart? Okay, stand by. Okay. Seems like it is lobby restart. So This is okay, the reason is there that Timas all joined. He joined for the race so late, I mean not late, like just in time, but didn't manage to pick a car. So now he joined like just in time, but he's starting from the from the last place to the race. And Maciej Lutynsky is saying lobby restart, of course. The lobby restart is for Timats because this is his last race. For now. So at the moment the starting hour is 6:45 p.m. UK. Okay, copy that. We got the notification from the host. Hi, Austin Racer. We know who you are. Tobias, the champion of the F2 division. Welcome to the stream. It is nice to see you. At the moment, I'm standing by for the new restarts, so I will mute myself for a while for now, but I will come back soon. So stand by. Yes. Who takes pole, you think? How come the race still hasn't gone? What flavor crisp you on there, mate? Mark, I'm eating pizza. Tobias, qualifying was done, but lobby restart because of Timats joined for his last race in Aero F2. This is his last race for now in Aero. But yeah, Otapa got the pole. He got the pole position. I didn't know the time to be honest. How come the race still hasn't gone? I just explained why. Crispy. So let's go. For the last time. Hopefully. And yeah, Tobias, this is my last commentary for Aero because of these Saturdays aren't not my best days to commentate races. If it is at Sundays, then it's okay, but this was a good test to learn more English and something like that. But anyway, let's enjoy this last race in Aero F2 division. Session starts in 30 seconds and there will be formation lap. Or am I sure? I don't know. I don't remember. I checked it out from the lobby. I don't see it on the lobby settings, but anyway. Otapa is having lots of pressure at the moment. He is starting from pole position for the first time on his Aero F2 Aero career, so it's gonna go hard at risks. And yeah, it's formation lap. Like I mentioned, I gave interval and detail with the position change for the first 5 laps, and then lap data. There you go. So I can tell you the grid how it's going. Otapa starting from pole with Mercedes. Westerhui from Racing Point almost got the pole position, but Otapa with about under 500 of a seconds managed to steal his pole. Flo third fastest. JJ Dog surprisingly 4th, Fireshot Ryan only 5th, his teammate Sniper Arctic 3, 6th, Voitinho 7th, Edzax 8th, the All-Star, Kyle Racer 9th, Lupus 10th, Laze 24th, Paul Jones Jr. 12th, Bricky 13th, unfortunate oversteer just in this corner where he's turning at the moment. He crashed to the wall and ruined his last lap. JG with the quali ban starting from 14th, and Otapa's teammate Timats doing the last to first challenge with Mercedes. And like I mentioned, this is Timats' last race for now in Aero that he isn't racing here in the season 5. So that's your provisional starting grid for the race. With these results, if Otapa wins and Timats is with 0 points, then Otapa easily can steal Timats' place on the championship standings and manages to go P4. So that's a great redemption and good steal from the last race. Juppe Otapa to win. We are hoping for it, and we have to stop Flo. But Flo is already stopped, so we didn't worry about it. Remember, Juppe, tomorrow you are on my team on the All-Star race, so you join to my party. Same goes with the Fireshot Ryan, Alex, and you know. One stop Saturday, soft to mediums, lap window opens in lap 11 to 16, and also with the same strategy, soft to hard, so it's very basic. It's now only matters with you which tires you want to go. But let's go with the last race of European Racing Organization in F2 division here in Sochi Autodrome, Russia. 3, 4, 5 red lights, and it slides out, and away we go here in Sochi. Otapa gets very bad start, equalizes with Westerhui. Westerhui nicely keeps the lead, but JJ Dog trying to be on the sandwich moment, and Otapa takes nice lead on the first after the first corner and managed to nicely and cleanly to exit from the first corner, and Westerhui loses a lot of position. Thankfully there were no conditions, I mean no incidents between the two drivers, and now both of the guys survived from it, and that was a nice and clean start from all of the guys. Westerhui lost a lot of positions after the second corner like we saw. Timot's 3 positions up already. He is now P12. Meanwhile, Blaze have lost 3 positions. And Timot's next target is Lupus at the moment. So let's see how the Mercedes driver is trying to manage the gap. Fireshot Ryan 2 positions up, he is now P3. Flo defending his place aggressively from Fireshot Ryan. We know Fireshot Ryan is also a very aggressive driver. The first lap, it was nice and clean lap, first lap for Voitinho as well. Oh, I guess there was a little damage for the wing for Paul Jones, but it seems there isn't, so that was nice. Mats is though pitting. Guess he has front wing damage, unfortunately. DRS isn't enabled, ladies and gentlemen. This is only the second lap. Fireshot Ryan with nice wide overtake, taking the second place. Meanwhile, JJ Dog is now going with the overtake button. No overtake button, but he takes the outside line from Fireshot Ryan. Had to cut the corner a little bit. How is this going to go? Oh, Fireshot Ryan, yeah, and there's damage to his wing. JJ Dog with a little shunt, and now Fireshot Ryan is very frustrated after that. There's a yellow flags, and this isn't true. This is false. Timats isn't leading the race. There's a little glitch at the moment, and there's a JG spun. Same with Lupus. He crashed to the wall. But JG, I think he has just spun by someone. So everything from Racing Point driver is okay. Otapa is having 4/10 gap for JJ, so he is having a very promising gap for now. After Edsax there is a huge gap for Paul Jones, so for fight for place 1 to 8 is going on, and JJ Dog is doing the fastest lap 135.9. And at the moment you can see Otapa is having very safe gap. And now Flo, Westerhui, let's see how this goes. Voitino had to take the outside line using the overtake button. That is very risky if you don't want to oversteer. And how this is going to go. That was a good, nice and clean braking for the Polish driver. And Sniper came out of nowhere to steal Voitino's place. That was brilliantly master move from the Austrian. Now JJ and Flo are escaping from the front pack. and Westerhui is having problems with the car. Meanwhile, Sniper is just behind him, but his DRS isn't enough. And now Edzax is going on Cuddy Racer from the outside line and not going for it yet. So that was smart move to wait and keep it on control. At the moment, Otapa is having 1.4 second gap for JJ. And there's a yellows, and you guessed it right, it's Pricky. Pricking is having very unlucky start for the race. Otapa still manages to do fastest lap of flow, 135.5 with Renault. But I'm very surprised how Otapa manages to make this kind of a gap for JJ just after 4 laps. That's amazing. That's amazing tire management and amazing fuel management there from the Slovakian. Not a lot of happenings at the moment. Pricky has pitted for the pits. Nice grammar I have here. Timot's now with the fastest lap, 134.3, so he has now the chances to get the one last point. Paul Jones Jr. meanwhile gets the 3-second time penalty in that exact corner. Well, you can easily get penalties, and now he has left the session. But don't worry friends, I'm inviting him back. Okay, let's get back to the action. At the moment, JJ has smallened the gap for Otapa like about 0.3 of a second, and now he has a chance to get to the DRS zone. Or maybe not, because the DRS zone activates now. Oh yeah, he has DRS. I was wrong. But still, Otapa has a lot of ERS on his car. And Edzax overtook Cuddy Racer last lap on the second back straight. So that's a nice work for the Red Bull driver. Work of all-star skills. Sniper Arctic now challenging Westerhui to sector 1. Doing very good tire management. Westerhui now only driver from the top 10, only driver from the top 5 to have 3-second time penalty. But there will be appeals and penalty removals, because this game sometimes is wrong with the decisions what it makes. Flow saving ERS like we see. A nice Sniper attacking Westerhui from the inside line. I mean outside, and what is happening here? Okay, that was good side-by-side battling between Racing Point and Haas driver. Voitino is now at the safe mark, because Edzax is it on the good gap against Voitino. Otapa still going for the 6th lap and having good and safe gap for JJ, even though JJ has DRS. Or not, no, he doesn't have DRS now, so now Flow easily, or he doesn't attack yet. So let's go with the tires. Everyone is doing with their strategy. Sniper is still wanting the 4th place from Westerhui. This will get very nasty. Same goes with the JJ. He has again lost the gap, and he's losing time to Otapa. Now it's almost 1.5 seconds. Now Flow uses all the overtake what he has, and he takes nice and cleanly the P2 for the race. And let's see how now Otapa manages to keep his place from Flo, from the former F3 driver in the beginning of the season. And now Sniper took the P4. Voitino is now also very close of the fight. So now this might turn into the DRS train, so Voitino doesn't have any chances to overtake Westerhu yet. But who knows? Voitino is going for it. He's going for the inside. And not yet. Now they're side by side on the Yuki chicane. And Voitino keeps his 5th place. Amazing work. Amazing work for the Ferrari driver. He must be proud of himself. Meanwhile, Otapa is still maintaining the great and safe gap for Flo over 1.03 seconds. And if he manages to keep it this way, he can easily go with the soft to mediums and perhaps to win the race. And that will be the amazing ending for amazing ending for him on the last Grand Prix in Aero F2 season. Now JJ Dog is getting overtaken by Sniper, so JJ is hesitating to overtake, but he decides to keep the wing safe. Voitino is now very close of Wester, and Wester probably doesn't have availability to open DRS in this next lap. So this might go very interesting for him. At the moment, as you can see, Otapa still having the nice and safe gap for Flo. That is nice, maintaining. And at the moment, as you can see, Wester is so far ahead of Voitino, so there's no overtaking at the moment happening. All of the drivers from 8th to 13th place are having time penalties. Bricky is the only driver with the fresh mediums, and Fireshot Ryan and Lupus with the hards. So this might go very boring for the drivers outside of the top 8. Meanwhile, Edzax and Cuddy Racer are still going at it for the 7th place. Edzax still doesn't have any time penalties. And now Caddy Racer possibilities to use DRS on this straight. What does the Honda engine gives the power? It isn't enough for this straight yet. But now Otapa hasn't lost a lot of time with the softs. Now the gap is like under a second, it's 7/10. There's a Realos and it's Bricky, and he's crashed to the wall, same where Wireshot Ryan did. And Otapa is coming to the pits this early when the pit window was something different. And this is going to be two-stop strategy. I'm very sure with it, because these softs can't go for under 20 laps on this track, or maybe they can. Now Sniper and Flo are fighting for the P2. Meanwhile, JJ is getting pressured by Wester. Voitino is a little bit far, and Edzax is still keeping his 6th place from Caddy Racer. So there's a lot of changes from them. Another yellows, and it's Bricky, and he's crashed into the wall at the 3rd sector, and it's virtual safety car. It's virtual safety car here in Sochi Autodrome, I mean. And this is good move from Flo, and Sniper do not have battle yet. But behind them is coming big train of cars. I mean not big train, but yeah, 3, 4, 5th. 3 cars only. and DRS is again enabled. So let's focus first on the battle for first place on the main straight, and then going for just behind of this. And now you have, as you can see, the reaction from the others. JJ Dog and Westerhood decides to pit as well. Meanwhile, Sniper is going on, and Voitino is taking the second place of the race. Edzax also third, Caddy Racer fourth, and now Caddy Racer maybe can manage to take the third place, and now he does it. That was nice and clean overtake. No reports this time. Otapa meanwhile undercuts Flow and JJ and Wester. So that strategy was worth it. And it and it also can go for the last laps. Lupus has spun the sector 3, I mean, and he has lost the wing here, so he has crashed the wall. So not a great day for the last Grand Prix. All I wanted that everyone managed to try to go for the end, but and Lupus got 5-second time penalty and he decided to retire. So well, that's a wrap from the Lupus season. But he has a good memories from this season, especially on the first beginning of the season. It was nice rocket launcher mode for him, and now Sniper still going with those softs, 9 laps old. Same with Voitino, Caddy Racer, Edzax, Lazy, and JG. Voitino has pitted. Meanwhile, Caddy Racer is still going on, and now he takes the second place. So as a now next driver, Otapa in theory is now P3 because he overcuts Voitino. But then there is ahead JG and Lazy, who are on the very old softs, only 10 laps old. But we have to now focus on the gap between Flow and Otapa. It's 1.5 seconds. Fireshot Ryan is still on the there he almost spun on the last corner. I managed to record that clip. So yeah, he's on the old hearts. He can easily manage to go for the end. There was also another little hit, and did I see puncture on his front left tire? Oh, now I think he has lost it. Because he has crashed his front wing. But anyway, let's not focus with that. Sniper still continuing with those old softs. Managed to have a really nice race pace with only 7/10 slower. Caddy pitting, and now he gets the 5-second penalty for speeding in pit lane, so he was a little busy with that. Same with the Lazy, he's pitting, and JG. So Otapa now has to start to push the car to the limits if he wants to take P1 back. The driver who spun was Westerhood, because JG was already on the pits. The gap now between Sniper and Otapa is 22.8 seconds. Another yellows, and it Fireshot Ryan with that broken wing. I'm afraid that this was his last race of this season. I think he's going to pit and decides to say this wasn't worth it. Let's check it out how he's going to go do it. Oh, and he crashed on the pit entry. That perhaps will be a safety car, because it's a very dangerous location. It blocks the pit entry. Unfortunately, there isn't safety car. So Sniper still can manage to undercut Otapa. As you can see, he's pitting now. And he manages to avoid the 5-second time penalty. So now let's see how Otapa is going to react for that. Sniper is just on the midway. And now fresh mediums for Sniper. 3 laps better than Otapa's. And now this is going to be very close, but Otapa overcut Sniper and takes back the leading position. And that was a great strategy for him. And that will totally pay off, because now he can escape for a little, because Sniper is having company already. Flow just behind him, so... And there was there damage for Voitino, because he slogged a lot of down from after the third corner. Maybe there was, I don't know. But still, it's like a Cuddy Racer are fighting for the P6. Look at this, still fighting. Oh my god, Cuddy Racer isn't giving up that easily. What did I say? But yeah. Flow not even trying to attack on Sniper. A Sniper had DRS open. 0.6 is now the gap for the Slovakian. Timac get 3-second time penalty. He is on the second last place. But this will get very risky for Otapa, because if he wants to keep the position from Sniper, he has to push. And he has to push especially in the corners, because I think there you can gain a lot of time. But this might get very risky. How many Otapa's ERS capacity is at the risky level? Otapa avoids the slipstream giveaway for the Sniper, but Sniper isn't attacking yet. Flow is too far behind. JJ and Voitino meanwhile fighting for the 4th place. Going to the side by side again for this corner. Let's see how it goes. What a battling between those two. That was great space giving. Otapa is on danger at the moment. You can see he is still controlling the car nice and smoothly, but just behind him is Sniper, now under 0.4 of a second. Now I wonder, where did Otapa lost that amount of seconds after his overcut? Otapa's ERS now on the very low. Sniper takes the P1, but what says Otapa? He says no. He wants to defend his place. Don't, Otapa, don't rush it. Please don't. Sniper decides to give up from this fight, but this is great fighting. This is what Formula 1 has to be. There has to be sometimes that driver won't rush the moment and won't rush to overtake to ruin himself. Flow also joins for the DRS train. Sniper, this is going to be easy overtake. Yep, this is much easier what it was. But what says Otapa? Please don't, please don't. What happened there? I see this is now very aggressive racing from Otapa, but yeah, of course, you want to defend your position. Of course, we are giving points for that. Halfway point of the race has been reached, and the battle for the first place is still going on. Meanwhile, I take a carry Wester are fighting still for the 6th place. Wester is joining for joining for this battle. It sucks. I think he starts to have a love-hate relationship with Kari after this race. Holy moly. Now on the second back straight. Now, is this it? Yes. Now Sniper steals the P1 from Otapa, but I'm guessing now that this was the turning point for the Haas driver, that now he can manage to drive away from the pack and getting the last victory for this season. Maybe am I right, but let's see how Otapa manages to keep controlling the gap and if he wants to fight back. Flo still has the 3-second time penalty. A lot of drivers have 3-second time penalty except Sniper and Otapa. And Otapa's ERS isn't enough because there is Flo just behind him. And it's very close. Ota. And now Cuddy. He has to take the track limit line because he lost the braking point. I mean, he got the, I don't know what those was, what the real F1 drivers are always complaining. Blank spots. Wester on lap older mediums is faster than Edsax on the younger mediums, and that is very interesting, but Wester is maintaining his mediums much better and he is pushing at the moment. As you can see from the track map, that Sniper has got over 1 second gap for Otapa, so there will be no battles in the top 3 for now. Wester is going for it. I think I just lost a wing there a little bit, but let's hope not. Otapa still has to now to just trust himself. He has now the DRS just because Williams' driver is just ahead of him, so he can use it. But what does Flo say? Flo has much better amount of ERS than Otapa, but he isn't going for it at this lap. Not a lot of happenings at the moment, especially, but we have to remember the fact that the battle for P2 is still ongoing. Sniper now over 1.5 second gap for Otapa. Still have to give it a shout out for the Otapa. Nice defending for the P1. That overcut strategy was amazing. It worked, but the proven fact is that Sniper is controlling mediums much better because he is using wheel, and he had a very cool and nice tire management. Otapa's ERS is still very low. He needs to start to save it if he wants to save it from the last laps and try to go for the overtake on the lap to the P2, because Flo at any time now can manage to steal that place. Also Voitinho and JJ are closing with a low amount of time. Okay, so at the moment there isn't not a lot of happenings on the track. So 9 laps to go of the Russian Grand Prix. So we only need to just wait and see. JJ has now the best chances to give even some kind of a battle for this 18th lap. But JJ far behind. Voitinho uses a lot of ERS those laps, but still wandering on Otapa, nicely defending the P2 for himself. He doesn't want to give it for Flo. That's amazing defending. In this straight, I guess Otapa is using all of the ERS just for this straight, just because this is much better overtaking zone than the second back straight. Also, yeah, nothing happening in here. Let's check it out, the time penalties, how much everyone has. Cuddy Racer 11 seconds of the time penalties. JJ to 6. Timat and JG with also 6 time penalties. And also only Timat has done 2 stops. Position change, Sniper Arctic 5 positions up. Timat's 5 positions up as well, started from the last place. JG 3 positions. And Voitino 3 positions as well. Westerwey only driver with 4 positions down, that's the most, just because he lost the first lap. So that was the info for the penalties and the pit stops, also for the position changes. But let's see who has the most amount of ERS. Oh my, this is getting very, very dangerous, because Flo is having nice and safe amount of ERS to use everything on those straights to overtake Otapa in any time now. But still, as you can see, Otapa is escaping from him, giving no mercy. Well, at the moment we are going to give some kind of a battle for the little points, for the battle for 9th and 10th place. You know, Lazy and Timats is now fighting, and yeah, forgot to mention, this is Timats' last race in Aero. For now, he's taking a break for the European Racing Organization. He's going to send it, and this time Lazy manages to react nicely, and that's just a great highlight for this race for Timats in his last race. So that was a worthwhile applause. Nicely done. Can't wait to see him on the All-Star race tomorrow. Now JJ, meanwhile, very close of Voitino. Otapa, don't rush it, man. Don't. I know this is very nice Formula 1 battling between these guys, but oh, that was very close. That was very aggressive defending from Flo. He almost crashed to the wall. Just calm down, man. Calm down, it'll be alright. It'll be alright. But now Flo is going to take the P2 for the Russian Grand Prix. Otapa has dropped down to the 3rd place, but is Otapa going to fight back? I think yes, but he doesn't have a lot of ERS for the straights than Flo. So Flo can easily now escape. JJ got the P4 from Voitino, so he overtook on the last back straight, I guess. And yeah, the gap is going to be so much enough for Otapa that he doesn't manage to fight back for Flo. So now it's worth time for safety ERS, man. But Otapa has to remember that Flo has 3-second time penalty, so he can still fight back. But it's a long way to the end. 6 laps to go of this Russian Grand Prix. Voitino going from the inside line, outside line I mean, and he takes before, maybe or maybe not, because now we are again going side by side to the U-turn. And Voitino keeps this place in hands. Otapa is pushing. Sorry. Otapa is still pushing, like we are seeing that he doesn't want to lose on for the third place. That he needs to be behind under 3-second gap that he can takes the P3. I mean the P2. Sorry, I'm a little tired at the moment. Well, very less of a night sleep I got. But anyway, last laps. Let's give it a good shot. JJ is far enough to not even going to go to the overtake of Voitino. Meanwhile, Westerhui has decreasing the gap for these two with a lot of tenths in last 5 laps. So keep an eye on Wester. Keep an eye on him now. Otapa maybe going for the overtake of Flow, because that looks very nice pushing, but no, not yet. 5 laps to go. Voitino and JJ still fighting like they are gays. Oh, sorry. Sorry guys. Sorry. Okay, let's give it a go. I turned it into a little comedian. I have to edit that out. I have to still edit that out. Yeah. Wester has now possibilities to use ERS and DRS on the upcoming back straight. Yeah. Next back straight it is then, Wester, just because this wasn't good enough yet. With this time and with these possibilities, Otapa can easily take the P2 from Flow. But now we have to focus that how this battle will go on between this trio. Voitino has save gap for JJ, like 6 tenths. So he can easily secure that place. But Wester is coming much faster than JJ and Voitino. But JJ he has good amount of ERS to keep his place going on the 5th place. So that was a great one. Three laps to go of Russian Grand Prix. Lap 24. Now Sniper is going to start the 3rd last lap. We are almost there of the final laps for Aero Season 4, and everyone can focus for the tomorrow's All-Star race, which is at 6 PM United Kingdom time. I'm going to please notify on that on the chat. Just checking how this battle goes on between JJ and Westerhui. Nothing happened yet, so yes. So Ooh, there's a spin from JJ. He goes a little. He's go for the dive bomb, and he lost 2 very worthy positions. Also, Edzax takes the play P6 from him. So I think there's going to be a lot of talking, but I think that was JJ's fault easily just because he did a dive bomb. Voitino didn't have nothing to do there, but now Wester is next, who can overtake Voitino very easily on the straight. There's a yellows and his Caddy Racer, he has spun. No wing damage though. Second last lap starting. Otapa is at the risk to lose the P2 just because the gap is now 2.8 seconds for Flow. Miracle has to happen if he wants to still fight for the second place. Only your oversteer of Flow or the crashing into the wall can help Otapa to take the P2. Still the gap is okay, but it's getting worse. It's getting worse, and Otapa is, yeah, now it's over 3 seconds. It was 3 seconds, but it's very close there that Flow can take the second place. Sorry, stuttering is very annoying at some point, but I need to check it out penalties. How much penalties does Flow has? Okay, 3 seconds time penalties, and at the moment it's 3.2 seconds. Last lap for the European Racing Organization's F2 division race. Unfortunately, this had to be the last race of the season just because of the server errors and everything. Had to postpone the Grand Prix. But we can't pretend that the COVID-19 was on the Codemaster servers, so they had to disband the servers and not let the online sim racing going on. Now back in Sochi Autodrome on the last race, Sniper is going to take a dominational win, which was in under control after the pit stop. When Otapa overcut him, Sniper still managed to overtake him just because of the good tire management and fuel management. Still, I have to keep an eye on Flow and Otapa, how that gap still goes on. It's still on the 3.0 seconds, but there can be still drama on the last laps. How it will happen. Now as you can see, Sniper is going for the last fast lap. 7/10 improvement is coming, so he's going to go for it. He's going to get the hot lap, bitches, today. And yes, Sniper Arctic from Austria, driving for Haas, winning the last race of the season 4 in Aero in general. Flow takes the second place, but Otapa is so close for the third place. It's so small, the gap is so small, but it's not enough. Otapa takes the third place, Voitino fourth, Wester fifth. Nice race for Voitino as well. Edzax P6, JJ Dog 7th. And here it is, the last race for Aero for this guy. Timats coming home with the 4 points with 8th place. And that's a wrap for him. Have a nice break, guy. Have a nice break, my man. And let's hope you race at some time soon. Wish you good luck in PSGL and also on the League of Europe. Lazy Nymph, Caddy Racer 10th, and JG VLPT crossing the line with 11th. And that was the Russian Grand Prix, ladies and gentlemen. That wraps up the race, and driver of the day is Timats. No doubt. The game was right. I'm not going to do, unfortunately, the post commentary because I had to go. But anyway, for my side, it was an honor. It was an honor to commentate and test the commentary feature in European Racing Organization. It was fun, especially in Australia. The first race was phenomenal. I want to watch that at any time soon. But anyway, it was an honor to be here. I would like to be only the admin and also the racer for this league, just because of the busy schedule of mine doesn't fit. But anyway, let's go to the last results. Sniper Arctic wins, Flow is second, and Otapa with a small gap crossing the line with third place, but that was a nice race for Mercedes driver. Voitino fourth, Westerhui fifth, Edzax sixth, JJ seventh, Timats his last race 8th, Lazy 9th, and Caddy Racer 10th, JG 11th, and Paul Jones 12th, but he retired on the pit lane. Farsot, Ryan, Lupus, and Preki only retirements for this race. So anyway, had to be noticed that don't miss any action tomorrow, because European Racing Organization is still alive for tomorrow before entering into the break. Before entering into the off-season, because then at 6 p.m. UK time there is European Racing Organization Season 4 All-Star Race, where Brian Vilzu, the commentator here, is racing as well. The 100% race in Port-Ricard, France. Don't miss anything from that race. Have a good night, have a good weekend. Don't miss the action tomorrow. It's Brian Vilzu thanking the F2, thanking the Euro to have the... Thank you for the honor to commentate the last race and the couple races at the beginning of the season. From my side, good night and see you tomorrow, my guys.